Original Pickle Fork Shooter measurements are the overall length, 4 inches, the overall width, 2 inches, and what you want to do is draw you a center line, okay, all the way up, and measure from the base 1.5 inches, make a line, and from there, at that 1.5 inch mark, you measure 1/2 inch on each side of the line, and that's where your break is going to be. Okay, so at the for the fork tips, make a line 3/4 inch both sides, and you're going to measure down 5/8 of an inch like that, and then at the center line here it's going to be a 1/4 inch radius, and where the line here and the radius line intersect, that's when it'll give you that radius to cut out for the forks. 5/8 of an inch is how long the fork tips should be. Okay. At the break of the handle, 1 inch wide, and at the widest part of the handle, it's going to be 1 3/16 of an inch. Now, I use Baltic birch, and there's 2 places that I get it, and the reason I use the Baltic birch is because it's really the strongest plywood that you can get, and you can obtain this wood at Michael's Arts and Crafts and Hobby Lobby, and so that's it's really easy cut out to make, and the dimensions can vary if you don't have a template and router it out. And what I do is I just cut it by hand with a jigsaw, and I use a scroll cutting blade. So there's some variations. Sometimes, you might leave the line or cut on the right side of the line, leaving the line, or cut through it. So there's some slight variations. But this is thought on this, and this is my conclusion for the measurements of the original Pickle Fork Shooter. And concerning the criteria for a Pickle Fork Shooter, and there's quite a few variations out there, but to call it a Pickle Fork Shooter, well, Ray Urban gave me a call, and he managed to jog my memory. A few years ago, there was a controversy concerning what's the difference between an OPFS and a PFS, and it's the same thing. The ammo does not go between the forks, and that's basically it. And all right, that's it. There you go.